Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to be flipping through my planner and show you the month of January and February, what I've done so far, what I like and did not like about how I was doing my planner routine stuff. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be prepping my March sections. So without further ado, let's get into it. One thing I want to mention is that although I like the zip folio cover because it has a lot of pockets and it houses all the things that I need in order to work in my planner, I don't like the fact that it's white because I don't know if you can tell, but there's a few stains over here from the amount of times that I slide across the desk or surfaces, and it just catches up all the stain and dirt. Didn't quite like that, but well, there's nothing I can do about it. And then moving on to inside, I have added a bunch of stuff, mainly pictures, a few papers here and there, and I've switched out the sticker sheets that I put in the zip pouch over here. It's now character sticker sheets and appointment stickers. And now let's move on to the planner. I still like this planner. I've changed out the disc. It's now black metal disc because the previous plastic disc cracked. Two pieces of it, so I had to replace them. But I like this planner, especially the cover, and it matches with my zip folio cover, which I really like. And then coming into this section over here, I've added a bunch of dates, mainly my daughter's classes, and I've marked them according to the classes, like various colors represents different class. And then, I'm going to be running out of space, so what I'm planning to do is to use filler papers to continue on and write next to it. And then here is my January habit tracker. I've done this habit tracker in this style so that I could track all the things that I want in one page. And then I've done for the month of February as well. And I really like this style of tracking my habits, so I'm going to continue on with that for March. Here I've used the Healthy Hero paper insert to track my exercises, my workouts, and for the month of January, I think I did okay. I wasn't really too strict on it because I was sick for 1 week, and it turns out I had COVID during this week, so I had to recuperate. I napped a lot, but all in all, it felt like I was just having a cold. And I think it's also due to the fact that I took my vaccines and my booster shot, so that really helped. I calculated and I exercised for a total amount of 14 days out of the month of January. And then month of February, today I don't think I'll be exercising as well. When I'm filming this, it's already 5 p.m. So by the time I'm done, and I need to cook after this, so I don't think I have the time to exercise. But yeah, so month of February wasn't really good. As you can see, I used a lot of stickers to represent the days that I did not work out. But I like this style as well, where I just use a box grid to represent each day, and then I write down the name of the workout and then stickers just to decorate it. So I'm going to continue that for the month of March as well. Here I've used another filler paper to track my food log. Originally I used an app to track my food intake, but for some reason these days that app hasn't been working well. Whenever I type in a name of a food, it has trouble searching for that food, and I wasn't able to use that app. So in the end, I gave it up and decided to make use of my filler papers and track my food intake here instead. The only problem with this is that I did not take the time to calculate the calories, but I think I know that I've gone over budget and all that, but I'm just going to continue on doing this style for now. It gives me an excuse to use the paper anyway. So that was February. I started in the middle of February, and then continuing on today. For my goal section, I have worked on it, and I won't really reveal my goals because it's personal and private. So I'm just gonna say that I liked what I did for my goal section. Do check out that planner setup video that I mentioned in the description box below. It will show how I set up my pages so you have an idea of what it is about. But basically I have 3 goals here, and I have applied them to the month of January and February. And so far I'm not being too strict about it, mainly focusing on my job searching, and then everything else follows behind. So that's for the goal section. And then this is my list. I have watched a lot of dramas. As you can see, I've listed out all the dramas that I've watched. I checked the ones that I've finished. Continuing on to the ones behind over here, as you can tell. And then these are my social media video ideas, and this one is my plan on what to do for my YouTube channel and my Instagram account. So I haven't really worked it out yet, but I'm just doing all out for this week. And then when I'm done catching up, I'll focus on everything else. And then I use this paper to list down my video ideas on what I'm gonna do. And then here are some paper inserts that I have done. My affirmations, things that annoy me, things that make me happy, people I admire. Some of them are characters from shows, so yeah. And then these are the things that I listed down when I was first unemployed. I did almost all of the things that I listed down, except a few things over here. And then these are my TV shows that I've watched. The anime from my previous planner. I haven't really watched any new ones yet. And here are some movies that I've not watched, but I just list down the movies because I think I might watch it eventually, just to keep in mind. And then this is my chores, which I've done a few here and there for the month of January and February. Again, I was not too strict on cleaning, as you can tell. I really ought to clean more. I'm really bad at it. And this is my weight tracker. This, I don't know where I'm at right now, to be honest. So these are from my previous attempts, and this was where I was at the last time I marked it. And then this is an emergency list. Nothing interesting so far from this site. Moving on to the books. Now I really love this book section a lot, and I think if it's the following year, 2023, I'm gonna have another one, a reading journal. So this is my goal for the year, 25 books in a year. And then this is the legend that I'm using to mark this sheet over here. And these are the books that I've read so far. Well, some of them I've read. Actually, let me just mark the ones that I have read. I've read this, I've read this. I did not finish reading this. I had to return it to the library. I gave it up halfway, Might continue eventually, but it wasn't really that interesting to me. I really took my time trying to finish it, but in the end I had to return it. And then let me see, this is the same. I'll probably continue reading it sometime in the future. Same goes with this. And for the books to read in the month of January, I list down all the things that I wanted to read that came out in the month of January, and then for February as well, but I have not started on them yet. It's just something to keep in mind. And then this is my series tracker, which I have listed down The Immortals of the Dark by Cressley Cole. These are the ones that I've already read in the past. I'm currently reading number 10. And then The Red Rising Saga by P.S. Brown. I've read all 3 of this, and I have these 2 books on my shelf right now, but I won't start on it just yet. Now, this reading stats over here, I really enjoyed coloring in the boxes, but I didn't like the fact that this color green, I'm having trouble with the pen. The ink just won't come out. So every time I read beyond 41 pages, I use that pen. I get really annoyed. So I think maybe for the month of March, I might use a different color. I don't know. Haven't quite decided what color yet, but yeah. So I really like this style of reading stats, and I'm going to continue doing that. This is my genre tracker. I put an X just to represent the book that I read for that month or that time. So every time I finish reading a book, then I'll mark it. Same goes with this one over here. And then this one is my temporary book cover. For the month of January, I read the book, The Comfort Book by Mark Haig, which I thought was really good. I really needed to read that during that time. And then February, I finished Morning Star finally, because I took a really long time trying to finish reading this. But nearing the end of the book, the pace started to pick up and the story got really, really interesting, and I think it deserved to be the best book for the month of February. So yeah, that's that. Then this is Esri's section. I have borrowed a lot of books for Esri, as you can see over here. For the month of January, she read about 40 books. And then for the month of February, she read almost equal that amount, if not more. Actually, there's a few books that I did not write over here, but as you can tell, I borrow a lot of books for her, and she reads like maybe 2-3 books sometimes a day, and it has really improved her reading, so we're gonna keep that up. And then this is my January journal for her. Whichever improvement, progress, issues, events, I wrote it all down here. It's not to say every day, just every other day. And this is for the month of February. And then here I list down the things that I hope to teach her, but I just don't know how just yet. But I just list down some action plans. And then these are the subject areas that I'm thinking of teaching her sometime as well, and my action plan for it. Now my job section, which I have visited quite a lot. So this one was for the previous things that I was working on in the month of December and January. So I finished doing them actually, so we'll just ignore that for now. And then for the month of January, I used a tracker similar to the habit trackers that I had in the front. I use a tracker for each day, and this A, B, C, D right up to I is what this thing is: preparing resume, job boards post, interview practice, apply, submit application, follow up, LinkedIn, job search videos, learning, recruiter response, whether I receive an email or they reply to my email, or and then interview. So those are the things that I mark for the days. And at the bottom, I wrote down the number of job applications that I submitted or applied. So for the month of January, I was easing my way into job searching. So I started sometime this middle of the week. And I was doing it on and off, trying to build a routine. So I was doing that, and there was some progress. I managed to get some responses from recruiters, communicated with them, but did not go anywhere. For the month of February, this is what happened, and as you can tell, this is the number of job applications I've submitted. I haven't really pushed myself to apply every day, but I sort of make up for it by increasing the number of applications that I do for a day. So initially my goal was to do like 2 or 3 applications every day, but I ended up doing 4 here, 4 here, 5 later on, and then 3 here. There's a stretch of breaks between, which I probably used them to learn a few things, or I had an interview. And then here is my legend of sorts for this, but I'm going to use this for the month of March. And then this is what my ideal job is, which I hope I'll be able to get, but I don't know. Here's a list of things that I want to learn, but this is actually, I've already transferred this to another page. And then this is the questions that I'm going to be asking myself whenever I apply to a job. And then these are the list of tools or applications or online platforms that I hope to learn, because I noticed that whenever I encounter a job post, they mention a lot of things that I have never used before. So I thought it would be a good idea to actually take up some courses or watch some videos to learn about them. So I've done that for Slack. I actually knew about Slack before, but I just never really actively use it. So I watched a video showing me all the features for Slack, Jira, Zendesk. I hope to do more for the rest, and these are other tools and applications that I hope to eventually learn about. So lots and lots of videos and tools to learn. So I think I'm really enjoying learning these tools and apps. It's kind of fun to actually see the different features and what they're used for. And even though whether or not the jobs that I apply for is not the one that I should be applying for, like it's not my career path or whatever, I still think it's helpful to learn all this, because every day there's always new apps, tons of new apps that are coming up, and you just need to catch up with things. So that's what I'm doing. This one for the month of February, I used a social media paper to mark my job interviews, but I don't think I'll be doing this anymore because, as you can tell, it's a lot of wasted space. I only had one phone interview over here and then one phone interview over here, which ideally I want it every other week, but that's not happening. It's just the way it is. So I think I'm gonna do away with this page. I'm not gonna use it for marking my interviews anymore. And then this was my previous plan that I was using when prepping in the month of December. And then that's the end of the job section. We come into the year perpetual calendar, and I've marked the events that me and my family have gone for, and then I use a washi tape to sort of give it a little color, because I'm not a fan of black and white or gray. I have to have some sort of color. So I use washi tape, and that's a really good way of using my washi tapes. Okay, so coming into January, just a quick review. I'll explain the sections. This one is my current mood, the goals that I'm pursuing for the month, important events, what I'm reading, the purchases that I've made, and then my social media activities. So I really like this layout, and I did it for the month of February, and I'm going to be doing the same for the month of March. The only thing that's going to be different is this. Instead of coloring the squares, I'm just going to mark it with a colored dot. And this one over here, these are the books that I actually was reading but not necessarily finished. I only finished, I think, a few books only. This one was an interview that that did not happen, so that's that. Now moving on to the month page. So I use this to write in my gratitude, sort of. And then this side over here is the shows or movies that I was watching. So these are the things, and you can tell that I was, I don't know, is this like a normal amount of what people normally watch? I was trying to not binge watch too much, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. And then this, I really like this format, and I actually did the same thing for the month of February, and I'm going to do the same again for the month of March. I use washi tape to fill in the empty days that's not dated. And then I use stickers from my Etsy collection or Happy Planner sticker book to fill in the corners. I'll just write what I'm grateful for the day and then decorate the corner. So I think I really like this style, and I continued doing that for the month of February. Now this one is my first week's spread. I really like decorating the middle. It's one of my favorite ways to decorate a weekly spread. So this is my first week of January, followed by the second week. I really like the color tones over here, but it's a little muted. If only it's just brighter a little bit, I think I'll like it even better. So here are all my gratitudes as well, or what happened during the week, highlights. And then following week, the same style. I'm maintaining the same style for the sidebar where I put in my highlights. And then here are the things that I did for the week. Really like this color. And then here I use some wellness stickers. It's a little too, I think it's a little messy, but I think I can deal with it. It's not my favorite spread, but it's okay. And then this one, I really liked it a lot. I'm not a huge Minnie Mouse fan, but I like the colors. So it's a little muted pink, but there's some copper foil stickers over here, which I really like. Coming into the month of February, as you can see, I've changed the way I filled in the moods. So this is the month of February, what I read, and then the things that I spent on, my goals, my social media, which I've done quite a bit, and then important dates. And here, things that I've watched for February. And then here is my gratitudes for the day and the stickers that I use on my Etsy collection to decorate it. Same goes with the washi tape over here. First week of February. Followed by this one over here. And then this over here is my following week's spread. I like the color combination, but I'm not a fan of how muted it is. Again, I wish it was as bright as this stickers over here. That would create some happiness. And then this is my week that I have yet to film. So probably sometime tomorrow I'll do that. And yeah, so that's January and February. And now I'm going to start prepping for March. So that was my January, February flip through. I hope you enjoy that. And now let's start with some paper fillers. I've taken out a few over here, and I've actually filmed the setup for a few of the pages, so it will be up on the channel eventually, but just not as you are seeing this video. So March, let's see. Nothing has changed for this one over here, but I do want to add the habit tracker for March. This is my March habit tracker, and as I mentioned, I've already filmed this. It's just not up yet right now. So that's March habit tracker. Oh, there's one thing I want to add, which I forgot to do, is the line. There. Okay, that'll do. Okay, letting it dry a little bit. Okay, and then behind over here it's empty, but that's only for the month of April, which I won't do right now. And then now over here I'm gonna add the March physical, my workout tracker. So this is my March tracker. I did not film this one, unfortunately. So it's just a bunch of, squares which I copied almost the same width as this one, and then I just use some stickers to mark the days. It's missing one day, but I think that's okay. And then I use a bunch of stickers here and there as well. Same goes over here. It's going to be for the month of April. Food log, I've already added in. So this is continuing on, and this will be the starting of March. And behind is going to be the following week. Okay, so nothing for the goals. Nothing for the list. Nothing for the books. Okay, Esri's section. I do want to put in for the month of March. So this is what I created. I did not film this as well because it's just a few stickers. So normally I put in some boxes to put in some important events or activities, and then I would journal at the side or around it. And then if I need more space, I'll continue on behind this page. Okay, now moving on to my job. I've already done January. It's a really simple layout. I don't plan to decorate it all that much, but if I do, I'll probably just add in a sticker. But so this is February, and then this is gonna be March. Like I said, it's gonna be really simple, just the days, and then this one, and then I'm gonna use this as a legend to, let's see, let's put it all the way down here. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is gonna help me as I'm marking the days. Okay, and then let me see what else. For the month of March, I actually filmed, well, I decorated this without filming, but it's just washi tape covering the empty days. And then I've already set up the month of March, and the video should be up soon for March. But basically, this is what I did. You get a sneak preview of that. And then this one is ready for the shows and my gratitudes tomorrow. And then probably tomorrow I will film the weekly spread for this one. I do have a bunch of papers that I want to add in. So what I have here are some project papers, some all the feels, self-care paper, and then this one is a dashboard paper, which I don't know what I want to use it for, to be honest. And then this is more social media paper. So I think I'm just gonna put it all under the list section. Let me see here. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it at the back. And then when I need it, I'll just grab it from here. So that's my March setup. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do give me a thumbs up if you do. And if you want to see any of my new upcoming videos, hit the subscribe button and then you'll be notified when it's up. So see you next time. Bye.